bedroom community for Los Angeles. They'll have to take side streets, and that will be quite a task for them. Gas leaks are prevalent in the area, and as has been mentioned throughout the morning, area utilities are asking people to please turn off their gas if they haven't already. They may have already contributed to some of the fires that we have already discussed this morning, maybe even that apartment fire where those 12 people were killed. There is certainly damage to other freeways. Water main breaks have city officials warning people not to drink their water out of the tap without first boiling it. Driving is certainly hazardous in the Los Angeles area. A lot of that has to do with the fact that there is no electricity to much of the city. As a matter of fact, 100,000 homes are without electricity, and it also means that street signs are not operating, and in many cases people who normally look up and think that they can go right through the intersection do so, and that's certainly a hazard in terms of traffic accidents. Frank?
Greg, it might be worth noting here that this occurred, obviously, at 4:30 in the morning on...
Here, this thing just hit and kept... It seemed like it went on for 2 minutes, easily over a minute and a half. This thing, it just kept punching.
As you can see, those flames are being fueled by some type of oil. We understand that it was a ruptured oil line underneath O'Melveny Elementary School. So those flames will continue. Firefighters on the scene trying to put it out, trying to contain this one.
Firefighters standing by.
I dare say that was one of the bigger ones that we just felt. The chance of an aftershock as great or nearly as great as the earthquake itself diminishes rapidly over time. There's about a 10% chance right now that we'll have another earthquake as big as the one we did this morning, and over the next 48 hours that the percentage drops off dramatically. So as more time passes, the safer it gets here. You're looking at the freeway system over Sylmar, which is in the northern part of the San Fernando Valley, and in the center of your screen is Highway 14, which runs east and west, and that's an overpass that crosses Interstate 5, which runs north and south. Now, I-5, which is known as the Golden State Freeway, is the main north-south link in California. And when that earthquake rumbled through this morning, the portion of Interstate 14 came crashing off the pedestals and down onto the freeway below. One person
at the time of the quake itself
commute into and out of the city on a daily basis.
Bill, don't you think that it probably helped all the schools and everyone prepares in many ways for the earthquake? In other words, they go through drills at people's private homes. They decide what they're going to do, how they're going to do it. We heard a woman earlier say that her children knew exactly what they were supposed to do. That had to have helped some people.
Well, it always does help, and people who've lived here for any length of time do know the routine, and it's something that becomes fairly automatic. Get under a door jamb or under a heavy table, stay away from the windows, don't go outside if you're in a tall building and stand right next to it. We know those common sense things. Unfortunately, we tend to forget them when time passes after an earthquake, and as I said earlier, many homes here do not have earthquake insurance. People just don't seem to want to take the initiative or spend the money for it. And many people don't necessarily take the precautions that they should. I went to my emergency kit, for example, this morning, I'm sorry to say, reached in, got the flashlight out of it, and realized that the batteries were dead. So it's something that we take for granted, and we don't seem to pay as much attention to it as we should.
All right, Bill Lagatuda in Los Angeles.